Now, for more on WeChat and its competitors, I'm joined by James Sung, Chief Strategist at Zoca's Strategic Marketing. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
So give us an idea. Obviously, we see a lot of newcomers coming into this space. Just how lucrative is the messaging app market?
It's really so lucrative because, Apple now has an app on my phone. It says, how long I spend on each app per day. And sometimes I'm spending 5 to 6 hours on WeChat. And it's just amazing the amount of time and energy you put into social media apps, and that just goes by unnoticed. Is it a little bit unnecessary, so many competitors? Yes, absolutely. There's been, let's say, Bullet Messenger that's been trying to take on WeChat. They went from 1 million downloads a day to 100 downloads a day. There's another new social media app called Matong. It means toilet, and really it could be, it could be actually called 大便 in Chinese. Some people would get that. But it's just, there's, the space is very crowded.
Right.
And there are definitely a lot of opportunities, but nobody's really making quality product right now.
So let's break some of that down. Obviously, you have WeChat. You have the most popular social messaging app. What are you really trying to get out of it as a newcomer when you have such a dominant player already in the space?
Well, of course, WeChat started out as just a messenger app, but then later on, it went on to really just being a complete lifestyle brand with everything from paying for your metro ticket, your bus ticket, buying plane tickets, you're sending money, red envelopes during Chinese New Year. It's really become the de facto messenger tool that's actually overtaken email. And really, there really is no competition to WeChat right now.
So then why even enter this space if you're a newcomer? Of all the different sectors you can go into, why even bother at this point?
Because everyone's got the dream. Everyone wants to be on top. To be fair, QQ was the dominant messenger before. And we can say, just like AOL, once upon a time, all of us had at AOL.com email. But as time goes by, more opportunities come by. And QQ was overtaken by WeChat.
Right.
And now it's become sort of like a retro app, but it's almost like how Facebook, the teenagers now aren't using Facebook because their parents are using it, and now it's QQ is becoming what the teenagers are using in China. So
once you have more of these apps entering this space, what about the Chinese consumers? Do they even want or need another messaging app when they're already so deeply entrenched in the WeChat ecosystem?
Well, from a marketing point of view, I'm a marketer. Consumers don't really know what they want. What they want is convenience, though. And WeChat is definitely not giving any convenience to any of their competitors. From the longest time, we can look at Tmall, or Taobao. These links, you can't even open the links, for the biggest e-commerce platform in China in WeChat. So it's very funny the way things are working out right now.
So then with that being said then, what are the main pros and cons of being this dominant player? Obviously, it cuts off certain avenues then, as you mentioned with Taobao.
Yeah, well, Taobao is a very big company, and these companies have a lot of money behind them, and everyone's just experimenting right now. This is a time for experiments, but the consumers benefit because everyone's throwing big bucks at different promotions, and that's what innovation is all about. So China is really moving quite far ahead with these different apps.
So tell us more about some of the perks that some of these newer companies are trying to offer and how sustainable they are.
Well, aside from the launch parties that everyone's having, there's everyone's just giving you a different avenue of, in my opinion, of wasting time. There's a lot of bored people, and they're solving the problem of just giving you things to do.
So then, do you think WeChat has too much of a stronghold in the sense that it doesn't allow for enough innovation? You mentioned that there were some blind spots, some opportunities. Tell us more about those.
Well, it's WeChat's opportunity is really, it's already the most dominant player, and it's something I can't personally live without. So when we talk about what's the opportunity, it's maybe that I can't go worldwide yet and pay for things worldwide. You see a lot of the signs now in the U.S., but what about the rest of the world, right?
Right.
WeChat's really become, it's not just a messenger, not just a social media app, but it's become a bank even. So, financial services and a lot of these innovations are really the next step.
So certainly a lot of untapped space there. Thank you so much. Great having you on. James Sung there, Chief Strategist of Zoka Strategic Marketing.